As a lawyer advising many parties on various transactions and advising parties going through court proceedings or various disputes in their lives, we come across several pitfalls that most people don't know about, but they are very dangerous pitfalls. And some of these pitfalls are so common. We have seen them many times. We wish that people had not gotten themselves into some of those dangerous things, but it happens, and we always have to come in to assist them. Now, in this video, I want to share with you 5 common legal pitfalls and how to avoid them. It's going to be a series of videos. In this particular video, I'll be talking about one of the 5 legal pitfalls that I want you to be aware of. I would also explain to you how you can avoid it. I mean, if you pay attention to this video and watch all the way to the end, you would appreciate that I share very good guides on how to avoid this particular legal pitfall. And if you are done watching this video, please give us a like and ensure that you click on the share button and share the video with someone. And don't forget, as always, please, if you're not yet a member of the family but you've been enjoying our videos, this is the right time to click on the subscription button, subscribe to the channel. So go ahead and click on the subscription button, subscribe to the channel, and put us on a post notification so you get notified of all our videos. I am Godwin Selassie Dakbo, and this is Make It Legal. Make it legal. So when we talk about pitfalls, you send your mind to a hidden danger, a hidden trap. We're referring to such things that are in themselves like a trap. They are like a danger. So when we talk about legal pitfalls, we are simply referring to those legal issues that are very dangerous to engage in. And when you engage in them, it can actually jeopardize you for the rest of your life, and they can bring you problems that you will never recover from. Some of them, they can cost you your life, they can cost you your money, they can cost you your savings, they can cost you a lot more, and it will take several years to recover from it. So the first legal pitfall I want to talk to you about is engaging in fake marriages.
No.
Yes, it is a very dangerous ground to tread. Fake marriages, if you avoid them, you will go a long way to protect your genuine marriage and to avoid problems for your own life. So let's talk about what fake marriages are. I define fake marriage as a marriage which is not real but is contracted for other motives. So let's look at some of the real motives by which people actually contract a marriage. What are some of the reasons, the genuine reasons people enter into marriages that they desire to keep for life, and it is something real they are doing? Some of the motives we see around us include for love and affection. People want to marry because of love and affection, right? So what it means is that if you are going to marry someone and it's not necessarily because of love and affection, chances are that we can classify that marriage as a fake marriage. People also marry for lifelong commitment to each other. They want to have a partner who they can share a commitment with, a promise with for the rest of their life. And about 3, people also marry for mutual respect and for mutual benefit. So they marry because they want to mutually support themselves and grow together. And you feel this person can be that partner for me to grow in life and to be of a support to her, and she also be of a support to me, and we can grow for the rest of our lives. So that is a genuine reason and a real reason to also marry. People also marry because of sexual intimacy. So you are married because you want to have a sexual partner you'll be intimate with for the rest of your life. It's also a genuine, real reason to have a marriage. So what are some of the other motives by which people engage in fake marriages? And when we talk about motives, we're referring to the rationale, the reason, the why they set out to engage in that marriage simply because of a motive which is not for love and affection, which is not for mutual support and growth, which is not for lifelong commitment. They just are entering into that marriage for some of these reasons. Number one, for visa application purposes. People are going to marry a US citizen because they want that US citizen to be considered as their spouse, so that they can petition for them to join them in the US, so that they can just have a way of traveling to the US and stay in the US.
Maybe you've heard this one before. Just marry an American and boom, you're legal. Wrong.
That is not a reason to marry. It's not a good motive to marry. So if you are marrying because of visa application purposes, the truth is that such a marriage can be considered a fake marriage. Of course, you can genuinely be in love with someone who is a US citizen and you want to marry the person. And because you guys are genuinely in love, you just have to marry each other. And when you marry, you have to live together. You would travel and go to the US, stay with the person. But for many instances, people engage in such marriages because they want to have an easy way to travel out of the country. So you'll see a 23-year-old gentleman marrying a 69-year-old lady because of visa application purposes.
Indulge you with my worldly properties.
My worldly properties.
As long as we live.
As long as we live.
Till death do us part. Till death do us part.
To death do us pass.
Amen. Floated the ring clap for the social media.
The second reason may be for contractual arrangement. People are getting into marriages and it's just an arrangement. So they call some of those marriages arranged marriage. It's not meant to be real. It's not meant to be for life. Just an arranged marriage to achieve a particular purpose. So the lady is out there having multiple partners and entering to various marriages because he is a marriage contractor. Have you heard that before? A marriage contractor. Her job is to marry those who want to come to the US so that she, who is a US citizen, would petition for them to join her in the US. And when they come to the US, they file for divorce after a year or two, and the gentleman goes his own way to probably marry the love of his life and also fulfill his life, and he's in the US and probably in the future becomes a citizen and mind his own business. And the lady goes to the next client who she will engage as a partner. They will chat together, they'll build a relationship for some time to make it real, to make it believed to be real. And after some time, they will marry again, and the person will join. So, I mean, people do that as a profession, as a career, unfortunately. So that is also one of the reasons people have fake marriages. They enter into contractual arrangements just to attain different aims. Maybe there is some deal at stake, and the deal requires that you must be a married person, and you know you are not married. You know you don't want to marry soon. You know you don't want to marry now. You know the lady in question, you don't want to marry her, but because of the deal, the benefits you see when you have a marriage, you would enter into such a marriage as a contractual arrangement just to have that benefit. That marriage is fake or would be considered a fake marriage for a reason, and I will explain what I mean by the fact that it should be considered a fake marriage in the course of the video. Yes, and the third motive by people engage in fake marriages because they want to avoid deportation, which is probably a bad thing, right? You have to avoid deportation.
Don't get caught in a marriage scam, marriage fraud, or a sham marriage. This is one of the worst things that can happen to an immigrant in the United States.
If you like a particular country and you are in that country and you'll be deported just because you don't have papers, and you can marry someone who would help you get a papers, why don't you do it? So they sort of enter into the marriage because of the papers they need to continue to stay in that country. So that motive of avoiding deportation can lead you to contract a fake marriage. There are, however, some legal principles you need to know about when it comes to the issue of fake marriages. And I want to explain 4 of those legal principles for you so that you become aware of it, and then I can explain to you how to avoid putting yourself in situations where you have to contract fake marriages. The first principle I want you to know and keep in mind is that fake marriages, or arranged marriages as you may want to call them, are valid marriages. In other words, if you go through the right procedure of contracting an ordinance marriage and you produce an ordinance marriage at the end of the day, the law respects that ordinance marriage, even though your motive or your rationale or the reason for contracting that marriage is not to have a valid marriage that you will use for the rest of your life. You don't even love the person to stay with the person. You don't even desire to be sexually intimate with the person. But you have had a married person. Maybe you just want to travel to US or to the UK and you had to use somebody as your wife to travel. If you engage in such a marriage, the law is that marriage, once it meets all the requirements of law, will be considered a valid marriage. So you need to have that in mind. It means that you will be considered as someone who is a lawfully married person or lawfully married husband or wife for the rest of your life. Just for starters, you will be considered a husband, a wife who has married. The second principle you need to note is that fake marriages contracted in time take priority over genuine marriages contracted later. So you have a fake marriage in 2022, then in 2025 you had your real marriage. You have not dissolved the first marriage, which is the fake marriage. If you've not dissolved it before you contract the real marriage or your genuine marriage with the love of your life, the fake marriage is valid and rather goes to make the real marriage invalid. So a fake marriage contracted first in time will take priority over any other marriage. And that is what you need to know. And the next principle I think I should share with you is that fake marriages prevent you from contracting a genuine marriage. Until you dissolve them, you cannot contract another marriage, especially when they are ordinance marriages. In fact, even if it is a customary marriage you've contracted for visa and immigration purposes, when you are done and you have not dissolved that customary marriage, you cannot contract an ordinance marriage to add to it. You can actually contract another customary marriage to add to it, but what you need to note is that once it was contracted and is legally correct and you use it for the visa application process, any other marriage you want to add to it will not be valid until you dissolve that fake marriage. So fake marriages can prevent you from contracting genuine marriages. That is why it's a legal pitfall or trap you must avoid. And the last principle is that fake marriages, if not dissolved, are valid and subsist for the rest of your life. They are valid for you and valid for the other party, especially when they are ordinance marriages. Even if the other party cannot be found, once you are alive, it hangs on your neck and it is your marriage. You are in marriage, you are married, even if you are not having all the benefits of marriage. You are not together, you're not having children together, you don't have properties together, nothing shows you guys are married. Law will regard you as married because you have gone through the procedure and produce an ordinance marriage or customary marriage. The fact that it is not yet dissolved will make it subsist for the rest of your life. That is very important. So if you die, then it will, and if you don't die, it would continue to be valid and would impact your life. So how do you avoid fake marriages? Well, the first thing I will say is that you are better off not contracting one than trying to contract one. So if you have not contracted any before, good news, you have a clean sheet. You can contract the genuine marriage you desire. But if you have contracted one before, my recommendation would be that you should dissolve it. Dissolve it before you think of having your genuine marriage. Now, of course, my last recommendation for you on how to avoid it is that if you're not sure of what to do, just seek help. Speak to a lawyer about it and let him guide you through the process. Maybe you have some challenges with it, you don't know how to approach it, it looks so complex and complicated and all of that. Just speak to a lawyer about it and the lawyer will guide you on the best way to resolve the issue so that it does not affect you and complicate life for you. So that is how you can avoid the legal pitfall number one, which is fake marriages. So I believe this video has been helpful to you. Go ahead and like it and do us a favor by sharing with someone. And if you have some questions about fake marriages and how they impact your life or how you can get out of them, you may want to ask the question in the comment section so that we can answer it for everyone to learn from the response we give to your question. We are happy that you are part of our family. We want to encourage you to subscribe to the channel if you are here to do so and enjoy all our videos. Put us on post notifications so that when we share the next video, you'll be notified of it. We have put together a course on customary marriages for you. If you want to learn about customary marriages and prepare for your marriage, click here to watch that video. If you want to understand how to negotiate your way out of a criminal proceedings and be free, click on this one. I am Gordon Selassie Dakbo, and this is Make It Legal.
Make it legal.